Hey Sagittarius.
How are you doing? Let's find out. I'm not going to do any oracles today. I'm just going to let the tarot, the Tattoo Tarot, very first deck that called to me, that brought me into tarot. And it's special because it has Kali in it as the devil, so that means it changes up the whole meaning of the devil card into the person that actually presented herself to me in my home back in 2019 and scared the shit out of me because I thought she was a demon at first. And I was like, how the hell did you get through all of my protections and after all these years? And she's a good guy. Okay. So let's find out. I've done splits. I've done shuffles and splits. We're going to see what's at the top of the decks. Let's start with that. Put them up there as the overall energy. And so we're looking at, I'm recording this on July 1st. What was once Canada Day and can now forever not be Canada Day as far as I'm concerned. I don't trust who's behind the whole movement, but I totally support First Nations people in being done with celebrating something that has destroyed so much. So when I post this, it'll be probably the 2nd or the 3rd. So let's say the energy with the events that are going to be happening between the 3rd and let's say upwards of 2 weeks from there. It's going to be time sensitive. Something's going to be happening and we want to know how to be ready for it, how to be on course, on how to be set for it, what to keep in mind, what energy, what to keep the focus on, because what's coming through the matrix, through spirit guides and everything, that they're fighting to get to you through the matrix. And remember, Sagittarius, there's somebody, now, what was the last reading? This might not be connected at all to the previous readings. It could be a whole other situation. But 2 readings ago, somebody else's ancestor was all set to work with you. So we've got to figure out, so however often. Now, Aries or not, if you want any competition, if any competition is going to help motivate you, so far Aries are not being too quick to respond to the person that's trying to get through to them. So that person is going to keep contacting them through me until they're ready. But that was already going to be anticipated. So if you want to beat Aries out and get a leg up on the competition and get into this with the ancestor, if you haven't already, then if that's incentive, so much the better. But and I forgot to mention it to Aries, but it's kind of fun pitting you guys against each other. And I am strong Aries. I'm strong everything. I've got a Pisces mind. My Mercury's in Pisces, so I can switch up from anybody. But I do have an Aries. The sun, not my child, but the sun is in Aries for me, and so is my Chiron. But I've got my first house, my rising house, goes all the way through Sagittarius into Capricorn, starts heavy in Scorpio, of course. So, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now, justice is sideways for Leo right now, but I'm going to say upright. I've just got these at an angle for the heck of it. But. Okay, so a necessary change. And for me, this is the beginning of Virgo energy. Others would put it as Taurus, but for me, I match it all up with the houses, the progression of houses. So the 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles for me match with the Hermit energy much better than the entrepreneurial energy, which completely belongs to 10th house of careers in Capricorn. But this necessary change. So Virgo energy and Libra energy. Okay, and divine timing. That's how they get me to read these cards. When the major arcana come out, it's because they want me to understand that something's charted right now. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So doing the right thing. A 5 always requires doing the right thing because it's a necessary change. Yes? So if somebody's out in the cold, but we're heading towards that free will, that soul contract, that fair exchange of the 6, plus a gift coming through in the material world, in the matrix, from probably guides and God, through somebody, through a situation, because we do have the gift of justice here. So let's get into it. What exactly? Now, are we in the change already, or is the change coming? We're kind of in it, I want to say. Oh, 2 cards out together. Oh, those are... How happy does that look? Scorpio energy and what I would put as Gemini energy. But I do have Kali's spider web here. See, there's protection. Now, others would put it as the spider could be a negative thing, but for me, the spider is always... I am pink spider. For me, it's always a protective thing. Creative. Spiders are creative. They're good spirit guides. The ability to recreate. So, we have the heartache in reverse back to the 2 of Swords, trying to decide something about a situation. And that totally suits this energy that's up here. Because, of course, this is for me High Priestess energy. High Priestess as justice, as manifesting a real world, like a matrix decision, yes, that affects your contracts, that it affects your relationship. It has unavoidable impact. Yeah. Now we possibly have a soulmate situation here with the 6 of Cups reversed, but this is Scorpio energy for me. So this is a gift. And it's interesting that we have a 6 and a 3, like a 3 of half of a 6. And now in this deck, she's the 8. And of course, in other decks, she's the 11. So there's either, the 11 of the partnership, the 2. Or we have the 8 of strength. Yeah. The 6 leading back to the 5. So unnecessary change. So mid-Scorpio. This is the halfway through a Scorpio experience. That's going to lead to transformation into who you are or who somebody is. But then we have that. So we have that 5, that melancholia. It's leading back to that melancholia. So something was turned down or something didn't get through, either from a guide or a soulmate or something's... We have heartbreak here. So something... And obviously, so there's a relationship that's being decided on. There's an intervention here in a relationship because we have a lot of isolation going on. But there is the matter of making up your mind. So the 3 leading back to the 2. And we have that Sword of Truth in both those cards standing right there. The 3 is always needing to do the right thing. So we have 2 cards of needing to do the right thing. Okay, other half. Fair enough. Alright, some sideways energy. Okay, interesting. Leo is going through other direction, like this direction, but Leo is also in a sideways hermit situation, possibly. Well, we're between the wheel and strength. So between having strength, exerting strength, being resilient, and then getting back out, making the wheel turn, right? Initiating. And so being stuck between knowing where you are, yeah, and being alone or not alone, but charted. Woo! Well, there's the 4 of Swords. Interesting that we have the 3 reversed and then the 4. So get over the heart, well, get beyond the heartbreak. And rest. Get that stability. It's a pause button. And you don't want to stay paused for too long, because that 5 is just going to get 5 year and 5 year. The that's coming. It's got to come. There's got to be a 5 to follow the 4 because we've got to progress to the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so is that what's on deck for the next little while? Okay. Like, wow. Now, let's put it in light of that ancestor, somebody's ancestor that wanted to work with you. Right? I'm seeing that in that 6 of Cups. And in this, like, this is Scorpio energy as well. This is Pluto energy. And that those inner powers. And there's extreme creative energy in this because it's taking dead mass, yes, and converting it into, transmuting it into energy. So taking something that's seemingly, you know, lifeless and bringing it to life. That's what Scorpio does. And that's what Pluto, so there's some kind of inner power that is suspended in you. And hence this intervention. So what's the intervention going to look like? What's the intervention going to look like? It's suspended, like it's not coming through right now. Probably because there's thinking that needs to be done. There's a certain amount of, you know, knowing in your own mind. Ooh. So now we have Cancerian energy. And it's in process. When I get something on a 45-degree angle, it speaks to me of process. It's not suspended. It's not on pause. It's not sideways. It's not crossing. It's not stuck. It is between. So it's in process. So there is communication. I can see this as a Tower card. Just the design of it. It has suggested to me in the past Tower situations. Something in the family situation, but close to home. Close to home. Now, it could have everything to do with the guide. It could have something to do with the soulmate. It could have, I mean, we could be talking in layers here, yes? That things are, there are multiple, like there is a soul. That there are multiple, that there is, you know, there's a soulmate and a guide. That there's something wrong with a soulmate and there is something also wrong with guides. That a gift is, you know, stuck. That there's possibly a third party situation that is being processed, yes. There's an intervention in it. Or there are, you know, again, there's a family situation, that there is a halted, there's a paused reunion here going on, but that there's also Pluto energy that needs to be discovered, the inner powers and all that stuff. So all of that could be, we do have an emphasis on the necessary change in the Pentacles. So in Virgo, we have emphasis on, and Virgo and like, so Gemini and Virgo both ruled by Mercury. So heavy Mercury energy here as well as the moon, right? But ruled by Venus. Venus, Pluto, Mercury, Pluto, Mars, because Mars co-rules Scorpio. So your hearts and desires, your loves and loyalties, I mean. Loves and loyalties. Anything else? What else do I need to, okay, so yeah, a lot of thinking. Well, just a lot of thinking. And a change of thinking. Now I have Libra for what I consider to be Libra energy on the table. You could consider these to be Libra cards, but I consider them to be Gemini, 3rd house. And this matches like a Knight of Swords energy. So doing the right thing, thinking the right thing, thinking the right way. but on that sort of truth. So do you know what the truth is? I think she's bringing the truth. She's going to bring a truth that's outside you, right? Something that you haven't known for yourself. So there's information, there's probably information coming through, because I have 2 Gemini cards of information here. And the Hermit who's stuck not knowing because he needs the revelation. We have a revelation situation here. Yes. So, and we've worked our way towards this card, this clarification, so that we have understanding. So we have, what we're looking at is, I'm looking at confusion. There's a not knowing yourself, something about yourself, Sagittarius. Something got interrupted. This gift got intercepted, or refused, or not recognized. Yeah. 6 to 3, 6 to 3. Halfway there, halfway there. Stable enough. Look at that. But 5, 5. And leading back to 5. Working our way up to 5. But yes, this necessary change of situation. Now, with Virgo, it could be health, it could be habits, it could be routines, systems that you rely on, systems that you trust, that you need to stop trusting. Something in the physical world that, like your success in the physical world depends on it. In the planning stages, something needs to be, well, not in the planning stages, shall we say, we're past the planning, because that would be, 2 and 3, even 4 of Pentacles, regrouping and assessing. And we've got a flame out here. So exhaustion, yes. And then there's the 6 of Pentacles, the free will, and the soul contract. So you're going through a change. There's a necessary change to realize just how much of your life is soul contract, and to whom, and how much of your life is free will. And then finding these parts of yourself. Yeah. Anything else they want to say before we close it out? Because that's what's happening. That's what's going to happen in the next, between readings. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so more of the process. Pretty much almost at a 90-degree angle to this other process card. Wow. Wow. What does that mean? There is a King of Pentacles, Sagittarius. Now possibly a landlord. Somebody with property. Somebody with authority. Somebody who owns stuff that possibly has some kind of say. Wow. So that's in the process. So that's possibly a wake-up call, or you already know it. And but see, you've got 5s here. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. Now this, he's in the process between being on pause and in reverse. So quitting a situation or hesitating about a situation. Very fascinating. And we've got it right forming this 3 of Cups situation. So what I was saying about a tower moment, I can read into these cards. Okay. Any clarification for that? Probably not. It's going to be specific. Whoa. Bounce back. Parallel to that. Good God. Well, the good news is the wheel is upright. Stability, instability, and the Six of Swords. So gift is coming through. More Libra. Okay, so safe passage. Safe passage. So the wheel is turning, Sagittarius. The wheel is turning. And the good news is the wheel is turning. And what did I say? The Hermit's stuck between Strength and the wheel. Right? Because it's a 9. And so we have the 10 here. The card that follows the Hermit. Okay. But we go back to that 3 of Pentacles. So either a work situation, but something in the plans, yes. We've got the change, so we're going to be waffling back and forth a bit, tweaking whatever went wrong in 2nd house. It's got to get right for the 6th house so that you get it right in the 10th house. But we've got Jupiter here, Sagittarius. We've got your own ruling planet. We've got your own ruling planet right here. And we have Justice repeated as the 6 of Swords. Okay, so yes, she's bringing in a gift. But you need to make that decision first, okay? This is the affirmation that you're on the right track. So whatever this decision is you need to make to do the right thing, right? Then it opens the door to the 6 coming through. Now, possibly the 6 might come ahead of time in good faith, but the 6 is going to make the 7 possible, the transformation possible. So first there's going to be instability because we have to go back. You're in the wrong sandbox. You're in the wrong sandbox. There's one of the sandboxes you're in is not the one you want to be in. Possibly left it too long. Possibly hedged your bets. Right? Because this can be hedging your bets. And so no, we need to tweak something in the sandbox. And so because this guy possibly owns the sandbox, and you don't want to be out, you're out in the cold whether or not you know it. Yes? You are out in the cold whether or not you know it, and she's going to help you ahead of time. Hopefully. That's what's going on. But she's helping. She's helping. Absolutely, she's helping. And this would be an equivalent to Kali energy. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. I'll make sure I put exactly the most helpful title I can on this so that there's clarity around this reading as much as possible. And it's charted. It's absolutely charted. And one way or another, you are going to be fine. So, much love, Sagittarius, and I will be back. I'll do a house reading next. I'll do it as an extra reading, and then I'll be back with a regular reading in a couple of weeks. But I'll do a house reading in about a week's time or so, I think. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, much love, Sagittarius. Hope this gives you exactly the clarity you need, exactly when you need it.